Hi guys, welcome to Knock's Box. I am Knock himself. With me this afternoon is Cordy Rob.
Good afternoon.
And Spency Pants.
Good afternoon. I was about to say good evening.
It's been a really good day actually.
Yeah, it's early.
As most of you know, we actually have a shop that goes alongside the YouTube and everything else, Knock's Box. And today we had a visit from Ben, who is from Rounded Squarish is the company. He's an animator, he's made phone games, so app games, and he actually recently did a Kickstarter for Ruddy Vikings. So the first sets of these have now landed in the UK. I say landed in the UK, he had them printed in the UK.
That's always nice to hear.
Everything about this is local. It's amazing. So the guy's local that created them. He had them printed in Bournemouth, which is within 30 miles of where we are now.
Yep.
And so they're going out to the Kickstarter backers at the moment, I believe. He brought in a bunch of them in the shop today, so we could have a go, play the game, learn the game, and he even sent us home with a box of the game and the first expansion. And he's even, give me a quick sneak, he even snuck a bit of a signature into there, which is very cool.
Always cool.
So, Ruddy Vikings fills in one of those kind of between game spots. Yeah. It's a game that can last as little as 5 minutes and as long as kind of 25, depending on how many players you have.
Very reasonable.
A minimum of 2 players, and it scales up to 8 players. We're going to be playing with the
first box set, which is the original, which is only 4 players maximum.
60 card deck.
And yes, we'll crack open the box. So first off, the box is really good quality, hard card stock. He hasn't skimped on it. It's what you would expect. It's good quality.
I believe that was one of his stretch goals.
Yeah, well, the stretch goals up to a certain amount were all improving the actual components of the game, which I really like. And then after that, he added in the stretch goals to actually add more components, which is how we've ended up with the second set. There's an additional set of 10 cards in here I'll talk you through. And also a playmat.
Okay.
So, the box itself has wonderful artwork around the edges, which is repeated on the cards.
He's the artist as well.
He is the artist, the designer, and the creator, and the chief playtester. It really is a good homegrown project.
He was being quite busy.
So, round the side, there are the actual really simple how to play rules. It's one of those games, the best way to learn, as we're going to show you shortly with Spencer, is not to read the rules, is just to play the game.
Okay.
As long as someone's played it before, it's very easy to teach.
Okay. It's a very quick pick-up game.
So, we get a mat. Now, the mat is made of those kind of waterproof materials.
Yeah.
It's not the best going mat ever, but for what it is, it's perfect. And this is meant to be a fun game you can take in your pocket. Yeah. And you can take this to a campground if you're a reenactor, or if you're on the bus, or on the train more than the bus going somewhere. It's a really good game for that. The box itself is double the size it needs to be, because he thought ahead, and it's got enough room to fit the second expansion card, or the first expansion cards, into it as well.
Because that's an additional 56 card deck, and then a 10 card day deck, which we'll explain when we get to it.
Okay.
So, it's a really tight fit, which is good. The cards don't slip around. So they come, as you would expect, big block of cards. Let's open up for the first time. There we go.
Okay.
So, I'll fan some of the cards out so you can see the style. There's a few different cards in the game. There are buffers. Buffers are equipment you put onto your Viking warrior. So, as you would guess from the name Ruddy Vikings, this game is based around Vikings.
Okay.
You have a hand of cards that doubles up as your life and what you play with. So every time you play a card, in theory, you're actually gambling a piece of your life.
Okay.
In order to damage each other's lives, you're trying to attack their hands directly, you use Vikings.
And not just any Vikings.
Ruddy Vikings with amazing names. Like this is Tofurious Bear Rider, Crudite Birdbeard, there's lots of birds coming out of his beard, which is pretty awesome. Where was the one I liked best from earlier? Bum, bum,
Is that the one with the baby?
It is the one with the baby. Squeaks McQueensy. which I love. He's got a little baby on his... Well, she's got a baby holder she's carrying, and I just think she looks really cool.
We'll show some more close-ups of this.
Yeah, we'll show you some close-ups at the end. We'll pan through it all.
So, we've got Vikings, which you do your attack.
They're your
opponent's hand with.
offensive and main cards. You need those to attack each other.
You have the buff cards. Those are to go over the top of the defense cards. You have different defenses, like Acid Rain.
To make this really easy, all the different sorts of cards are colour-coded.
Right.
All buffs are orange.
Okay.
All Vikings will have big Vikings on them.
Well, yeah.
But they've
All
got red borders.
defences are blue. And the defensives come in 3 different types. You've got air defence, land defence, and magic defence. So, for each defence type, there's a corresponding buff. So you've got a buff that protects against magic defence, or protects against air defence. So the idea is you equip your Vikings with the right buffs to get through the defences you think your opponent has, but they're actually kept secret. So there's a bit of a gamble there.
Okay, does any of this relate to the mat at all?
I will show you the mat, and I will talk you through how that relates after I finish the last couple of bits of cards.
Right.
It's very simple now. You've got Chance. Chance cards are your crazy, strange things happen cards, and you play those just to screw with stuff. The main one that you want in your hand is the Oi card.
Oi?
The Oi. You shout Oi! Don't do that. And when someone does something, if you shout Oi, you cancel them doing it.
Okay.
And you can shout Oi at someone's Oi. So you can cancel the cancel.
And oi.
You can.
And not only that, but you can do it at different stages. So someone's like, I'm going to attack with all these buffs. It's like, Oi. Or someone else is doing between, so you two are attacking each other. I'm like, nope.
Nope.
And the other thing is, if you do it right at the very start of someone's turn, you say Oi. You cancel the whole turn.
Which is a tactic.
So you can just stop the whole game. Then you have God cards. There's only 3 in the starter deck, and they are cards that are they're meant to be game-changing. Some are more powerful than others, although there's only 3 here. There are more in the first expansion, which I think we played earlier.
There's things like you can attack twice a turn, and
absolutely
things like that, which really change how people's defences play.
So what we really need is, while I talk through the board with Spencer, do you mind giving those a really good shuffle? You want to pile shuffle them, proper shuffle them.
Yeah.
We might end up fast forwarding some of the shuffle. This is the board.
Okay.
The board is only there as a prop. It's not necessary to play, and in 8 players, the moment there isn't a board, but I believe there might be a special edition one coming out, actually. But as it stands, you have a ship each. I'm going to be red because I like red best.
Okay, so I'm yellow.
So you'll be yellow, and we'll be green, and that's the front of the ship. These are your longboats.
Okay.
Should go on the ship, should we? They're longboats. Yeah. And so each longboat has 3 sections in it.
Okay.
In theory, that's 1 for each type of defence card. Because you don't, when you put down your defence cards, you don't want to put more than 1 of the same type down because you don't get a bonus for stacking them.
Can you anyway to play minding games?
Yes, to play mind games, you can totally put, say, 2 air defence down.
Right.
Although your opponent won't know you've got an air defence. So if one's on show, then you can put 1 face down to kind of play with them.
So sometimes we're on show?
There are cards.
Some of the chance cards do that.
Chance cards do all sorts. Basically,
that means you'll cater your attack because you can.
And that's where it starts getting. The actual way the cards work together is where the joy of the game comes.
Okay.
Because generally speaking, you have face down defense cards.
Yep.
You attack into them.
Okay.
If your Viking hits them, the effects happen, which is normally the Viking dies, and so all the defenses go, and the Viking, they all die.
Okay.
Because that could actually be a way of clearing someone's defense.
Yeah, if someone's got loads of defenses, you can kamikaze your Viking in just to kill all their defenses.
But that means you can go through your cards fairly quickly.
You can, and that's the payoff, yes. Whereas, so what you can do is you can put a Viking down with a particular protection on, hoping he can make it through their defense cards. And so that is the main part of the game. You're trying to attack the person. When you do, you take 1 of their cards and put it in the discard pile.
Gotcha.
When you lose your cards, you're out the game.
Because there's 3 of us, the games will be quite quick. But they get slightly longer when you've got more of you, just because there's a lot more chaos and the way people play it with defense.
Yeah.
So you start with 5 cards in your hand. Normally the person to the left, the dealer, goes first. So for demonstration purposes, I'll let Rob deal.
Yep.
So actually, I go first, then you can go to see how it happens.
So I get a chance to see what goes on.
Come on, Rob, you want to give me all the god cards, and the rest can just be Ois, it's fine.
But if you don't have god cards, can you use them?
Well, you need a Viking to attack.
Ah.
Right, and then we have your draw pile and your discard pile. In a big game, you'll go through your draw pile quite quickly, therefore you shuffle the discard pile and it goes back to start.
Each turn, okay? The turn
Yeah.
consists of playing as many god cards as you want,
As many gods.
as many defense cards as you want.
Okay.
During the turn, you can play 1 Viking to attack,
Yep.
1 chance card,
Okay.
and 1... Oh, and you can draw 1 card.
Okay.
You can do this at any order during the turn,
Mm-hmm.
but you can only do them once each, unless a card says otherwise. As always with this sort of card game, if a card says otherwise, the card trumps the rules.
Gotcha.
A thing to be aware of, in small player games, 4 or less, you can attack on your first turn.
In big games, you do a whole round
Right.
without attacking to let people put down the defences.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise,
Because this
people
is
could
what's
get
going to
murdered.
happen. I get to go first, so I'm going to draw a card.
Yep.
Then I'm going to play a Viking.
Yep.
And I'm going to play a Viking, and I'm going to attack Rob.
Oh,
It's
okay.
turn 1, so
Yeah,
he's got
turn
no
one,
defences.
Yeah,
He
literally
might
can't
have...
go-
Now, there's a chance. There's a card in your hand, which is a chance card,
Yeah.
which you can play to redirect your attack, basically. We'll see that if it comes up.
Okay.
So Rob obviously hasn't got it.
Oh,
Fans
no.
his cards out. I do 1 damage, so I take a card, put it into there. Always fulfill his defense.
Oh.
Because the attack was successful,
Yep.
so Crudite Birdbeard, back to my hand.
As one does.
And then it's your turn. So you don't have to draw at the start of your turn, but normally you want to.
Well, it gives you more chance to do different things.
It does.
I guess. Take 2 cards?
Fantastic, that's your
Okay.
1 chance card for
My
this
1
turn.
chance card, so now I take 2 cards.
There is
Super.
no maximum
Hand size, yeah.
in this, but there may be cards where you swap your hands with other people.
Yes, that is definitely
Okay, that
a thing.
mixes it up, so you could drop your hand size. With
Drop your hand size down,
and then
swap,
aha!
and then take your draw for the turn.
Right, and I'll put a defense on here.
Fantastic. You
So,
don't
yeah.
you don't tell us which sort of defense it is, and it stays face down until
Stays
someone
face
attacks
down.
you.
Okay, and I will play the Sigrid Monster Killer, and using Battle Brothers.
Wow, use the
Use-
might of the gods to play 2 Vikings in 1 turn.
So
wow.
do I do it like that?
You can if you'd like to. Again, who are they attacking?
It is.
1 at each, both at Rob.
I feel like that would be a little bit cruel.
Maybe developing
Oh,
it.
No.
The person with
not-
the biggest hand size.
Both of them at me.
Yes.
Oi!
So they return to your
Oi.
hand.
So I'm cancelling your attack.
Okay.
So that means you put those 2 back in your hand.
Yep.
the
And
gold card
that gets
and the oi.
discarded.
The god card and the oi go.
Okay.
Because I've cancelled the attack, but the god card let
Yeah,
you
but
play
now
2.
you've expended your order.
And that was one of my lives gone.
Okay.
Mine? Okay, so I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play a defense.
Yep.
And it's now yours.
I'm going to draw a card. I am going to go hard. I'm going to play a Viking
Okay.
with an oath bracelet to ward off
Okay.
magic. A rubber shower helmet of awesomeness.
Of awesomeness.
Yep, to slip past air defences.
Okay.
And I give him a leg of meat to swing
a
with,
leg of meat.
which lets him scream into battle with a giant leg of meat and destroys an additional card. So if he hits one of you, whoever I attack, he's going to do 2 damage.
I wonder who's going to aim for.
You did attack me, so I'm going for you. I'm sorry, mate.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
So we've got air defense and
Okay,
magic.
So,
But that
So
means
now-
there's a chance it could be a different sort of defense.
So you flip your defense up
right then.
to see what it is.
So there's 3 types of defense, right? So
Yes.
Okay. So I've got air defense.
And my buffer, which is the rubber shower helmet of awesomeness, says it protects against air.
Okay.
So that then goes to the discard pile.
Yep.
I then get through to hurt you.
Yep.
And because of my leg of meat, I do 2 damage. So
all the buff cards.
all the buffers go to the discard. The Viking comes back to my hand.
Okay.
And I get to choose 2 cards. I can take the centre 2, or a Viking, and the giant beard. And that's then my
Big
turn done.
bushy beard.
So I expended a lot of my health then, in theory, with the buffers.
Yeah.
But I managed to take a couple of, I'm hoping, important cards from you.
Okay. So my turn. Draw. Right. Looks like it could be fun.
That's a good sign.
I will play a Viking.
Super.
Lewis for fishy with a buffer. Earth smashing hammer.
To bash through land defences.
I'll try and swing Oh.
What sort of defense is
It
it?
is a land defense.
Oh, shield wool. So you bash through the land defense, they go to the discard pile,
Yep.
he goes back to your hand, and then you bin one of Rob's cards. And actually this is fairly even. Oh no, that goes into the discard.
In there, sorry.
So, because we're actually all going for each other, it's okay, we're doing
Well,
okay.
They're
It can
very
be a thing
civilized.
if you
like
team up with people and troll other people. It can be exceptionally amusing quite quickly.
that. Okay,
Rob,
so
all yours, mate.
end my turn. Rob to go.
Draw a card. I'm going to play a chance. I'm going to steal one card from each player,
Ooh.
add it to my hand.
At random. This is going to be annoying. Oh, no.
I can live with that. Annoying is good.
okay.
I now have.
Oh,
Lewis-
you got Lewis the
that
Fish.
looks something familiar.
Attack Spencer.
Right then,
Oh.
I've got a chance card here.
Oh, he's going to make me.
Confuse attacking Viking.
So he hits me.
Oh, so you confuse him into attacking his own hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you pick
Okay.
a card.
So if Rob had any defence then, actually he would have hit Rob's defence.
Big bushy beard.
Oh, the big bushy beard's gone. But because the attack was technically successful, even though it was against yourself,
Yeah.
you get the Viking back in your
Yeah.
hand.
Otherwise, that's a way of getting someone to wipe out their own defences and kill their Viking.
My turn.
Your turn.
I feel a bit mean, but Spencer. Oh, I'm attacking you with Crude-Eyed Birdbeard.
I swap all cards in hand.
You can't. You have to on your turn, sadly. It would be
okay.
nice, but no. So
Dead.
he's dead. And
Okay.
it's your turn. I've got him.
I don't know. That actually looks interesting. Okay, fishy dude. Shower cappy.
Okay, so I'm playing a Viking. I've now got a air cap against air defense, and I've got the blinding harlots to push my way past magic
Are you
defense.
allowed multiple hats then?
Yes, you are.
Ah, they just sit on top of each other. It's
Stack
fine.
them.
Of course, stacking hats.
Stacking hats.
Stacking.
So, what is my defense?
And
Oh.
It's a magic one, sadly. It's brainwashed. Had you not had a magic defense,
Yeah.
this one actually adds your Viking to my hand. So
is
sadly you got
magic
through that.
Defense is better than other
In
defenses.
theory, yes, you don't want to get caught by that. He's just killed my Viking.
I just killed his Viking.
Not good. My turn.
Yes.
Aren't you slightly sad that you killed me off now?
I am a little bit sad, but it's okay because I'm going to attack Bob.
Oh, shuffle, shuffle,
Shining golden draw, right?
shuffle. Kills the fishy.
Oh,
no.
Oh, we can swap hands. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh,
Your turn.
I draw a card.
you got this.
I've got this, it's fine.
Oh
You're not allowed to do that.
Oi.
no!
No, I'm not doing it.
Attacking you.
That
does
god
that
card
do?
I've had from the start of the game. It makes defense cards last for 2 attacks.
Oh,
I
that
haven't
would
had
have
any
been
defense
fairly
cards that are
decent.
good yet.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yours.
Your turn. Oi!
Yours.
Cancel your whole go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Complete entertaining tactic.
Mine.
Okay.
So he's now got card advantage from that. But not Viking advantage by the sound of it.
Go hard or go home. Merciless Garrett
Yeah.
with a chunky shield to protect me from sky defences. What sort of defence do you have? Land. Oh, giant boulder.
Oh.
So
Yours,
that
Viking.
crushes the Viking. I've got no cards in my hand now. I've already drawn this turn, so I can't draw another one. So I have no cards. You win the game, Rob.
Cool. So does that mean if you run out of cards, but you still have your draw steps left,
Yes.
you can draw back up?
From my understanding, from what Ben said, it's fine to actually run out of cards
As long as you can draw.
as long as you
It's not
as
your-
long as you're still able to draw, because you can play your last Viking to attack, and then at the end of the combat, if it's successful, the card goes back to your hand. So it's a gamble using your last card, but it's fine to do as long as by the end of your turn you have a card in your hand.
But what do
Yeah.
you think, Spencer, as a system?
Yeah, it's a good system. Seems rather fun. I'd be interested to eventually see the expansion.
So that is the basic rules, and that's the
Basic
one to
rules.
get you playing.
Okay.
They call this an expansion, but in my opinion, it's actually vital to the game. You would want this to go with it, and they are sold as a double set most of the time. I believe the retail price of this is £10 the starter set,
Yeah.
£10 the expansion.
So 20 quid for a bunch of cards.
And the expansion actually has more cards.
116 altogether, a box and a playmat. It works out.
That
So-
is very comparable to certain other games I could name.
So this is another 50 cards for Ruddy Vikings.
Okay.
Same
are
backings.
They at all different?
They are different. Well, you've got, it's meant for 8 players, so you've got
Yeah.
some more of the same, but you've got different buffers. Some buffers that defend against more than one defence at a time.
Okay.
More chance cards, again, adding some extras, and then completely adding new ideas.
Yep.
So you can flip cards over, so people have face-up active defences.
Okay.
So you know what you're running into.
Or
And
over.
yeah, absolutely. And things where, oh, this one is amazing. Oh no, not that one. Where is it? It's the one beforehand. Basically, you play it. It's called a sack of potatoes. You attract all Vikings in the game to your hand.
Yeah.
So in a multiplayer game, turn 1, you play that, you get everyone's Vikings in their hands. And that's pretty amazing.
But someone might have the one that's the reverse of it, where you re-steal the potato sack.
Yep. You have magic defences, not magic defences, sorry, more defences. And again, they have different effects when they go off. It's all about adding different effects, and it's those that keep the game fresh.
The new ones.
Gifts. So gifts are purple, like the God Pink card. The gods are pink, gifts are purple. You can play as many gifts as you want in a turn. They're quite rare within the deck, because there's more gods now. Gifts are rare, and they give you some really good game-changing abilities. And then a load more Vikings, but these are Super Vikings or Epic Vikings. These Epic Vikings all have abilities. So some let you draw a card when they're successful.
Some ignore defences.
Some ignore defences. Some automatically just bowl through all defences.
Cool.
You've got
you
some
can
really
use
good
as
ones.
a defence.
Absolutely. So you've got some interesting new Vikings. And so that really changes the options in the game. So once you've played a few games of this, you'll want to add those in, because it completely changes the kind of the ratios. It's good fun. Then a brand new deck. This is a deck in black or slate grey colour, Steve, on the back, and full art, full bleed card artwork, which looks amazing.
Okay.
Now these are turn cards.
So
I
you know
believe they
how-
are all different. Yeah, so you know how we run in rounds? Yeah.
Yeah. If I was a dealer and Nocturan's going first, so it'll then go do. At the end of my turn, I would turn one of those over, and then those would apply and for the next round.
Okay.
So
And
these-
some of them really
all
change how
yeah.
it is. So you've got things like a dragon, which comes in, destroys all defences, or a
Alright.
changing wind, where all defences move one to the left.
And a thief, where everyone has to discard a buffer card.
Or you can't build defences.
Yeah. And you also got the morning after, so you've got out and got really drunk on your pillaging, and you come back
Right.
and you just can't do anything. So there's no attacking that turn. People
No,
have
no,
to kind
no,
of stay at home.
absolutely
And, yeah,
feel
absolutely.
sorry.
And then lucky day, everyone gets to draw 2 cards instead of 1 in their turn.
Oh.
Which can really change how it plays.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, keep your enemies close. You can only attack the player to the left or right of you this turn. Now in our game that would make a difference,
Yeah.
but an 8-player game, suddenly you have to go for those around you. So you can see how that completely changes the game up. I'm really impressed with it. The quality of the cards are really good.
Yep.
The mat is going to be useful. It's really good as a key
the
part to
fact
play
it's
round.
waterproof.
And it's waterproof. It's very much designed to be folded up, put in a pocket.
Yeah.
They are making, they've said apparently they're going to try to make a different mat of better quality, but that's going to be a paid add-on. That mat's a freebie you just get in the box.
Yeah, because that's the one was one of the stretches for the Kickstarter.
One of the stretch goals. The
wasn't it?
Kickstarter stretch goals, I believe, were for the second set of cards.
Yeah.
The turn cards, and I think the turn cards are really good for changing it up again.
Yeah, because they
And the
change
mats.
how it plays completely. Because one of
Absolutely.
them, all your Vikings do 2 damage.
And
Like, what?
and with the legs of meat, give them a couple of those, and suddenly they're doing 4 damage.
Or the God card where you can send 2 Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. You can. So there are ways to do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with it. I didn't back it on the Kickstarter. I didn't see it, but if they ever do go back to Kickstarter, I definitely would back it. I think it's
believe
amazing.
in the future they're looking at doing some other themes decks.
Oh,
but
other themes.
They're
That could be
thinking of
good.
something that can mess with this, but they're waiting to see how this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think this is amazing. We've got it in stock in the store because it's fantastic, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if you see it turning up at a lot of local stores. Awesome game. Thanks, guys.
Until next time.
Until next time.